All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Uses the spin. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. First and 10, it's Ryan. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. A huge play there right off the bat. 51 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. On first down, Ryan. He's going to fire one deep. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, 30 yards. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now first and 10 at their 25-yard line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. They find some open field here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that'll help set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Newton. Flush to his right. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Falcons coming back out here onto the field. This has been a team that's had an interesting season. The rough start, and they picked it up some. As you look in your crystal ball going forward down the stretch, what do you see for the Falcons?
Well, I think on the surface you would think the injuries are just too much to overcome on the defensive side.
That's caught at the 25. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And it's now 14-0. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Carolina takes the field again here. And, you know, I was thinking earlier in this game back to Super Bowl 50, that Carolina team that went 15-1, how great that squad was. I don't know that this year's version is as good as that, but they're starting to play more like that team, aren't they?
They certainly. And then they've got an added element. I think they're a little more explosive at more positions than that team that was 15-1. What I mean by that is Christian McCaffrey can run it inside, but you get him out into open space and catching the ball, that gives you a whole different element than what they had before. Curtis Samuel's starting to come along. The rookie DJ Moore at wide receiver. Devin Funchess and his ability to play over the rim and go over top of people and catch the football. And Cam continues to be Cam and will run the football, especially in short yardage situations. So I think this team is really coming together, and don't ever underestimate their defense.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
20. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On second down, here's Newton. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Tack McKinley in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Throwing is Newton. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big 30-yard play on third. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. 53 yards. And the Panthers have got it back to a one-score game. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. So out. Come the Falcons now. Now, right now, they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
The good old toss play. And this time they go to the left side, so give a lot of credit to the offensive line. Center, guard, tackle, able to seal that side. But the guy that we don't give enough credit to, wide receivers. They have to do a great job of blocking downfield. Otherwise, that play can be spilled in the backfield. In this case, everyone handled their responsibilities, and they picked up really nice yardage.
Well, switching gears for a second, let's look ahead to some of the big games of Week 11. And I think the biggest one is occurring south of the border, no doubt. How about the Kansas City Chiefs and the L.A. Rams playing in Mexico City?
Yeah, neither team unbeaten as they go into it, but still one of the biggest games of the year in the NFL. Remember when they shared a state, the state of Missouri? They used to play for the Governor's Cup. Now they're going to play in Mexico City, and all the eyes of the NFL will be on this one. First team to 50 wins?
I think I was just going to say, I think that might be the case. That's caught inside the 20. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 43 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
On second down, Freeman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. Newton. It's hauled in by Torrey Smith. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. On first down, this is McCaffrey. Room here to run. And all the way down to the 29. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Remain here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Cadet. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. On the ground with Cadet. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Brooks Reed with a tackle. The Panthers got to go quickly. They're moving with a sense of urgency right now.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Here's the run with Cadet. He will push his way down to about the 14. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Cam trying to rally his guys to the line as quick as he can. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Dancing to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Tech McKinley in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. 4th down, and here's Graham Gano now in the field goal unit for the Panthers. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And the Falcons going to use another timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Gano's kick is right through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Ryan now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep. It's caught at the 10. He's still barreling through. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. McCaffrey. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And there we saw rolling right out of the pocket. Maybe his momentum taking him toward that sideline led him a little too far.
Yeah, that is difficult, isn't it? Plus, you're closing down your space, right? You're shortening the field for your receivers. And their inclination is to go towards the sidelines as fast as the quarterback is as well. Hard for them to throttle down to leave themselves with enough room to stay in bounds and catch the ball.
20.
On 3rd down, Newton. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tech McKinley getting him once again. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. They will go for it. Now Newton. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley from 17 yards out. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Well, it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Set. Ready. Gun. Hey. Express.
Just beating the play clock is Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Newton to Olsen there for a Carolina first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophy.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, a Panther was able to get on this, so Carolina keeps the ball. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Do something. Great.
3rd and long. It's Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th. All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. A moment ago, here was the scene, the Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And in front of a raucous crowd, this one is underway. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Wes Horton in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Space. 280. Back 25. 11. Gun.
They snap it at 1. Now Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. Now the ball comes loose, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Now I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
Hey, Tuesday.
Freeman again, a 1st down carry. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, gun. Ready, 280. 11. Gun.
Here we go, G. Hey, it's just me and you.
21.
On 2nd down, Ryan. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
Gun.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards on the play.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back in.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the Panthers have recovered.
I'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 11. Following the fumble recovery, Newton. And his first pass is incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Robert Alford. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Man, how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
To throw on 3rd down. Newton. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Vic Beasley with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They are going to go for it. It's Newton. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. And predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And my goodness, that means this next drive will begin 4 yards from the end zone already. Now, this is a nice little gift wrap situation as they take over 1st and goal. They'll run here with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Falcons are in for 6. Well, that turned out how they wanted. Run the toss play to the left side, go for that pylon, get in there.
And just being able to understand where the pylon was and sneak it in there, well done, well executed.
Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. Bryant's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Back to throw, Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
After the interception, here's Ryan. He's going to rifle, and this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones, 37 yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Well, oftentimes when we get a chance to talk league-wide, we go offense, and we don't get a lot of defensive talk. But let's talk about some young rookies. I know you've told me Darius Leonard of the Colts has really impressed you.
He certainly has. He's impressed the entire league. I mean, at times he approaches 20 tackles a game. Sideline to sideline, end zone to end zone, out of South Carolina State. So you don't think about him, but you should. Derwin James with the Chargers, been as good as advertised at the safety position. Jair Alexander, the corner from Green Bay, missed a couple of games early in the season, but he got the attention of the New England Patriots brass before they played. They were really impressed with him. But Bradley Chubb is doing exactly what we thought he would do, chasing down quarterbacks. And Dante Action Jackson out of LSU with Carolina really knows how to ball hawk and take the ball out of the air and take it the other way.
Well, you were ready for that. That's a good list of defensive rookies right there. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
That's it. 180.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And some room to roam now. A big play there from McCaffrey. 46 yards. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Newton now to throw. Steps away to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4th. Here we go on 4th. Newton. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make our score 14-7. Gano out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here now come the Falcons. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Ready. 25.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, Ryan. Buying time to his left. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
You know, Charles, it is hard to believe that we are sitting on the doorstep of Thanksgiving week. Already that time of year, but it always gives us good football. One of the games on Thanksgiving, Chicago and Detroit, that'll get the party started at 12:30 Eastern.
One of the traditional games, Detroit hosting, Dallas hosting, but in this case, we will stay in the Motor City. And this is the longest-running annual series in the NFL. A lot of people think about Detroit and Green Bay or Chicago and Green Bay. It's Detroit and Chicago. They've met at least once a year since 1930, 178 times total. And they just met 2 weeks ago in Chicago and going to do it again.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, Tuesday. Go!
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. Taking it about the 16. And he'll be out right at the 35. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10.
Ready?
Throwing is Newton. Flush to his right. Now he's going to send this one deep. He's got a man. Complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. He got 29 yards that time.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And now with the time of the play clock almost up, Ron Rivera's going to call a timeout. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. On 1st down, Newton. He's going to air one out. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. As his guys are in for 6. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Gano now to add the extra point. Gano the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
21. 20. Go.
On second down, here's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And the Panthers have recovered. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there for the Panthers. 43 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. 28 yards. And the Panthers take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 21-14. Gano out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
To throw on second down, Ryan. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Gun!
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And he will find Ridley on the left side. Give him 30 yards there.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryan. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Adams.
Kind of glad that ball hit the ground because I wanted to ask you about second-half resurgences in the NFL season. Last year we saw a pretty good one from San Francisco. Who is a team or two that you could see making a push? Not necessarily for the playoffs, but just finishing strong.
I think San Francisco is a candidate for it because I think their defense continues to get better. They get nice pressure inside from DeForest Buckner. And I think on offense, whether it's C.J. Beathard or Nick Mullins, who was quite the revelation in the Oakland game on a Thursday night, they're going to get better play from the quarterback position while they wait for Jimmy Garoppolo to get better next year. And I think they're going to finish well and then look to 2019 to put it all together and really make a push for a playoff spot. In the AFC, Indianapolis. Just Andrew Luck's return, the offensive line getting better all the time. That gives him a chance to work his magic throwing the football. I like the way Indy has a chance to finish.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again. Newton. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Vic Beasley in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Throwing on 3rd and long. Newton. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
To throw is Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Hey, South!
third down, Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
This is caught inside the 15. And they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. A big hitter on what proves to be the final play of the third quarter. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They come up in an offset eye. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. Back to the air, Newton on second down. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Not too many more ideal situations than 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. They get it to him running left. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
So that'll back him up 5. How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal. Now Ryan. This is caught. It's Sanu this time for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Falcons have broken our tie. Bryant's extra point up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. 319. 319.
He's back to throw. Forced out to his left. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
They'll look to throw. To the right side, and he's got more, complete. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. So getting the big touchdown they needed late in the fourth. Now what do? You conservative and just tie it up?
No, I think you put your practice into game situation. Go as fast as possible. You already have your play call ready to go. Go for 2 and decide it right now.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Here's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And that's caught inside the 35. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball on the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And he'll take this one down near the 15. And they get the timeout called here. It comes with 1 second remaining on the clock. So it's all up to the other Matty Ice. Matt Bryant now. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And the Falcons are going to win the game. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley.